defend our rights,
defend our freedom.
Jump Terror Bill.
jump terror bill.
Jump Terror Bill.
Jump Terror Bill.
Is convent life for you? Here are some signs that will help you know how God might be calling you.
1.
You want to be more intimate with God. You are drawn to God and you feel that you have to spend more time with Him in prayer, be it in going to church, reading the Bible, reflecting on spiritual and inspirational books, listening to religious songs, and the like. You feel very at peace in times of prayer, and you yearn for these opportunities of encounter with God.
2.
You have a deep desire to commit your whole life to God. You want to be of service to others, and this gives you a sense of joy. You feel that deep inside that you want to give more of yourself to God.
3.
You long for that something more in your life. There are times when you feel a certain emptiness which your family and friends, or any form of entertainment, or any material possession, or even career cannot fill. 4. People say that you are fit to become a religious. Sometimes, God uses other people to deliver His message to you. Those who truly love you and know you will see what is best for you. God indeed confirms His call through these people. 5. You have a very strong suspicion that you are really called to religious life. Deep within your heart, you know that you are being called.
6.
You resist the call, but the thought of it keeps coming back over and over again. My advice, don't resist it nor fight it. If it keeps on coming back, it is a clear indication that God has a message for you. God is truly persistent. He works in many ways, in gentle ways. Take time and try to consider it because it will not easily leave you. God has His right timing, so do not let Him wait longer than necessary.
7,
When people start to tease you about your vocation, you deny it. You are uncomfortable letting your family and friends that you have thought about this vocation. You secretly research about religious life, curiously checking out their schedule, their way of life, and so on. As you do this, you also feel a positive vibe, excitement, and enthusiasm. Don't worry, these feelings are normal. So what now? Pray. Pray about these signs and stirrings. Ask God to show you clearly what His plan is for you. Spend time quietly through listening with the ear of your heart. Continue your discerning. Nurture your vocation. Continue reading the Bible or any book that will help you discern your call. You can also try checking various articles on the internet about discernment so you will be guided. Talk about your vocation with someone you can trust spiritually. In talking and being open about it, you get to ask more questions and gain more insights in return. You can also be inspired from those people whom you talked with their personal experiences in their discernment stage. Don't be scared. Many have undergone the same journey. Discerning a call to religious life really needs searching, openness, time, and prayer. Talk with us. Here's our contact numbers and other information on how to get in touch with us. We have many sisters who are willing to help you discern your concerns. They will be more happy and hospitable in taking time with you. Visit our communities. Come and see.
Lord of history and God of creation, your loving providence guides all affairs of men and women of goodwill. You are the one who called and continues to call ABS-CBN to mission to be in the service of the Filipino. Your fidelity and constant support and assistance have brought the work of the hands, the minds, the hearts, and the spirit of men and women of ABS-CBN to completion, and always faithful to their mission. You also blessed ABS-CBN with millions of fellow Filipinos and friends who believe in its work and mission. We are truly grateful and pray that ABS-CBN may have many more years of continued work and mission together with millions of Filipinos to build a better Philippines and a better world. More just and with greater equality, more democratic and free for all to dream and blessed with opportunities to pursue their dreams. A world more caring and compassionate. May the coming days guide all of us, praying especially for the leaders of our government in the executive and judicial branches, in the House of Representatives and the Senate. May we all work for a fair and truthful hearing on the renewal of ABN-CBN's franchise and come to a decision that is fair and just and what will be for the greater good in the service of the Filipino and for your greater glory. Send us your Spirit, Father, as we ask all these in the name of Jesus Christ, your Son, and through the prayers of Mary, our Blessed Mother. Amen.
Good evening, Philippines and the rest of the world. Today is July 10th. Angel and Sister Happy. Thank God it's Friday.
Let us welcome the weekends together with the religious men and women in the Philippines. I am Father Angel Cortez of the Order of Friars Minor.
Join us tonight and be updated with the latest in consecrated life, the Church, and the society. I am Sister Happy Montecillo of the Daughters of St. Anne.
We will be your companions in your new religious routine every Friday evening. We are
The 8 p.m. Habits.
We are very fortunate to have our special co-host tonight, Sister Mary EMMANUEL ESPERA of the Missionary Benedictine Sisters of TUTZING.
Thank you, Sister, for coming to this 8 p.m. Habits, and it's nice to have you with us in this evening.
Thank you to Sister Happy and Father Angel for inviting me to this new show, the 8 p.m. Habits. And I know this is the second episode.
Yes, Sister.
Last week I watched the first episode and I've seen a lot of comments, of suggestions also. So we took note of that. Thank you for all the viewers and continue to watch us.
So, let's start.
Now, so let us begin with a fun game entitled 4 Pigs and 1 Word. Here's what you're going to do. You just need to guess our mystery word using 4 pictures shown one by one throughout the entire show as clues. For each picture flashed, a letter of the mystery word will also be revealed. So keep watching till the end of the show to see all the clues.
Are you all ready? Here is the first picture. Share this video and put your answer in your caption along with the following hashtags. Hashtag AMRSP, hashtag 8pmhabits, hashtag 4P1W, and then your answer.
The first viewer to correctly guess the mystery word will win 200 pesos worth of cell phone load from AMRSP and the 8 p.m. Habits. Our staff will contact you on how you will claim your prize.
The winner will be announced through a separate post in the AMRSP Facebook page as well as in our next episode. So make sure to like and follow our AMRSP page for updates.
Leading our stories tonight on the religious reports, President Duterte signs anti-terrorism bill into law. We regret to announce that the President last Friday has signed Republic Act No. 11479 or the Anti-Terrorism Act of 2020. The said act repeals the Human Security Act of 2007. In a previous statement, the AMRSP has expressed its concern and opposition of then-enrolled bill. After its passing, the AMRSP issued a statement portion of which reads, "In light of faith, we cannot in conscience accede to a law that may assault human dignity and human rights. At a time that our people are battling the effects of COVID-19, we find no reason to pass a law that does not serve to alleviate their miserable plight, unemployment, the closure of businesses, the continuing spread of the virus, and the lack of relief for our people are the most pressing concerns at this time. We ask all women and men of goodwill, fellow religious, and all who cherish our rights and freedoms, stand to your ground and be with the poor and downtrodden. Truth, justice, and peace will prevail. Civil society groups have already begun filing petition with the Supreme Court to assail the constitutionality of the said law. Brother ARMIN LUISTRO, District Superior of the Salle Brothers in East Asia, was among the first group to file its opposition to the newly enacted law.
Meanwhile, here's our top stories of Vatican and World Church news. The Holy See reiterated the Pope's appeal for debt relief in this period of pandemic. Archbishop Ivan Jorkovic, the Holy See's permanent observer to the United Nations in Geneva, addressed the 67th Executive Session of the UNCTAD Trade and Development Board last July 2nd, saying, "There is no doubt that the current COVID-19 crisis will more severely affect the lives and livelihoods of those in the developing world. One avenue through which this potentially devastating impact might be softened and lives saved rather than lost is by tackling the crippling external debt burdens accumulated at both public and private levels in developing countries over recent years." The statement follows the Pope's plea for debt relief for developing countries during his last Easter message. Cardinal Beniamino Stella reminded dioceses that filing for bankruptcies will most probably require the Holy See's permission. In a letter to Los Angeles Archbishop Jose Gomez, United States Conference of Catholic Bishops or USCCB President Cardinal Stella, Prefect of the Congregation for Clergy, reminded that declarations of bankruptcy would require the Holy See's permission whenever it is foreseen that the legal proceedings could involve the alienation of temporal goods whose value exceeds the threshold set by the Bishops' Conference. In the Philippines, the CBCP has set the maximum and minimum sums depending on the size of the diocese, ranging from 1 million to 50 million pesos.
AFABC asks for prayer for Hong Kong after China's imposition of a new national security law took effect. In a letter, Federation of Asian Bishops Conference President and Yangon Archbishop Cardinal Charles Wangbo asked all Christians and people of all faith to pray especially for Hong Kong and China. He knows how the new law comes in the heels of the disproportionate brutality of government forces against Hong Kong protesters over the past year, as well as the increased restrictions on freedom of religion in mainland China. The letter was released to the public last July 1.
The government's Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Disease announced Thursday last week that they are changing current rules on capacity for public religious celebrations. Press Secretary Harry Roque announced that churches will be allowed to up to 10% its normal seating capacity from the current 10 people allowed in areas under general community quarantine. Archdiocese of Manila Apostolic Administrator Bishop Broderick Pabilio noted that the change is a good development, stating there is a big difference between 10 persons and 10% in the past. Bishop Pabilio decried the 10-person cap unreasonable, especially in churches where seating capacity is particularly high and social distancing can be reasonably enforced. The entire Greater Manila area, as well as Benguet, Leyte, and areas in Cebu Province remain under GCQ until July 15. Meanwhile, the faithful are reminded that Sunday obligation remains suspended as long as there is difficulty or impossibility in fulfilling the same. The Archdiocese of Cáceres and the city government of Naga announced the downsizing of the celebration for this year's Feast of Our Lady of Peñafancia. In a rare joint statement, Archbishop Rolando Triaterona OCD and Mayor Nelson Legacion announced that the translation and other processions, as well as all civic and commercial activities scheduled for the fiesta season, will be cancelled due to COVID-19. They also encouraged everyone to continue their devotion and prayer amidst the cancellation, noting that the novena and feast day celebration will be broadcast online. The Peña Francia celebration are traditionally held every September.
The Diocese of Caloocan launched its Hopeline. In an interview of Radio Veritas, Caloocan Bishop Pablo Virgilio David announced the opening of hotline for phone-in counseling for mental health professionals, priests, and religious. Bishop David notes that the diocese launched their own Hopeline so that they will be able to help the people in the diocese when they need guidance of a priest or a psychiatrist. That's it for this week's dose of stories from the church and the society.
Join us next Friday for more of The Religious Reports.
Up next, POV, Points, Opinions, and Views when we return.
Here, in your new religious routine every Friday evening,
We are
the
8 p.m. Habits. Here is the next picture of our 4 picks, 1 word. Share this video and put your answer in your caption along with the following hashtags. Hashtag AMRSP, hashtag 8pm habits, hashtag 4P1W, and then your answer.
The first viewer to correctly guess the mystery word will win 200 pesos worth of cell phone loan from AMRSP and the 8pm habits. Our staff will contact you on how official trains claim your prize.
the winner will be announced through a separate post in the AMRSP Facebook page, as well as on our next episode. So make sure to like and follow our AMRSP Facebook page for updates. You're still with us in the 8pm habits. Parang kailan lang nag-pilot episode tayo, and ito talaga yung paborito ng lahat dahil inaabangan nila yung opinion at hinahin natin mga consecrated people.
Yeah, and this week we have about the COVID, about the pandemic, right? And tonight we'll really discuss about faith and life and in the new abnormal or the new normal as we look towards the future of the world, the church and its ministries, and on ourselves, of course.
Now, to give us the POV of the laity, we will be joined via Zoom by Miss Maribel BENG CORCOLLA from the Office of the Promotion of the New Evangelization.
Actually, mas kilala ko siya as Beng.
Or Ate Beng.
Or Ate Beng.
So, Ate Beng, welcome to the 8pm habits.
Good evening, Ate Beng, or good evening, Beng. Kumusta?
Sisters, I'm happy to see you online. Good evening, everyone.
Virtual hugs.
Yes.
So, kumusta during this lockdown or during this quarantine?
I'm good, sister. Although, syempre, nag-a-adjust. I couldn't go out. But still coping, just like all of us.
Yeah, but I see you in Facebook still very active in the relief mission. Di ba?
Actually, since March, I was busy with our online evangelization program in the Office for the Promotion of the New Evangelization. And at the same time, as a member of the uh, Lay Missionary Society of St. Paul, I'm also involved in the social service of the community. And happily, I'm enjoying my community life as I am living with our brother priests and the seminarians in the convent at the moment. So, ampon po ako ng mga MSSP priests.
So, Ate Beng, hindi na kami magpapaligoy-ligoy pa, no? Maraming mga Katoliko, lalo ng mga kabataan, ang nangangapa rin upang harapin itong tinatawag nating bagong normal. Para sa iyo bilang Katoliko at bilang Pilipino, ano ang hinahangad mo na maging mukha ng simbahan pagkatapos ng pandemyang ito?
Actually, Father, we cannot, I must admit, no, that we cannot really stick on our old system of the church, especially our going and, all our programs in the church. So I'm expecting that the church, after this COVID, will be more accompanying to the people, especially to the young who are really searching and at lost at the moment. And especially empowering the families, okay, to be to strengthen our domestic church.
Thank you, Beng. Actually, we've been together since then. PCNE. And then, how about sa iba't ibang ministry? Paano nga ba, ano naman itong gusto kong paitanong sa kanya? Bilang isang simbahan, paano pa maging mas effective yung pagsasabuhay natin sa ating mission during this time? What do you think?
Yeah, if we want to really be an active church at the moment, and if we want to reach out and connect with our people, we must have an online presence. Okay, kaya I'm happy that the AMRSP initiated this kind of program na reaching out to people through social media, through different platforms, because I believe that, God is really willing to use any means, not just to save the people and for us to encounter Him. So in our office, Father and sisters, we are actually thinking of really strengthening our online evangelization.
Yeah, I read something from OPNE that you are also doing something in the evangelization, like catechesis and something like that. And it's nice, really. I think I talked to you two months ago, when you mentioned about this online presence in the evangelization, and now we make it into reality here in AMRSP actually. So it's nice to hear from you, from others also.
Alam mo, ngayon, Beng, Happy, Eman, marami talagang initiative, mga kabataan, parokya. I know even sa congregations nyo, we're trying to parang reach out through social media. So, Ben, tingin mo, ito bang initiative ng simbahan ay magiging epektibo pa pagkatapos ng pandemya?
Yeah, I think, Father, this is the most effective means that we can use to reach out to people. Kasi I've read in one of the articles recently, parang 60% of our young people and even the millennials, the Gen Z and the millennials are using social media, cell phones, and all media platforms nowadays. So that's why even the Department of Education, they're using it for our educational system for sa ng mga estudyante natin, no, para diretso pa din ang kanilang learning. So I think this media platform will be a very effective means for us to share the gospel to our people, because especially now that they are not, most of us are staying at home. So wala tayong ibang gagawin kundi we meet with our family members, and at the same time, to keep updated, we have to be online in a sense. So kaya ito rin yung nakita namin sa OPNE na magandang pamamaraan para maka-reach out tayo sa ating maraming mga mananampalataya.
Maraming salamat, Ms. Maribel BENG CORCOLLA from the Office of the Promotion of New Evangelization from the Archdiocese of Manila.
We will be taking a short break. When we return, we will be joined by Sister Debbie PONSARAN, FMA of the Daughters of Mary, Help of Christians.
Here, on your new religious routine every Friday evening.
This is
The 8 p.m. Habits.
La familia tiene que ser protegida. Son muchos los peligros a los que están enfrentados. El ritmo de vida, el estrés. A veces los padres se olvidan de jugar con sus hijos. La Iglesia tiene que animar y estar al lado de la familia, ayudándolas a descubrir caminos que le permitan superar todas las dificultades. Recemos para que las familias en el mundo de hoy sean acompañadas con amor, respeto y consejo, y de modo especial sean protegidas por los estados.
Here is our third phase of one word. Share this video and put your answer in your caption along with the following hashtags. Hashtag AMRSP, hashtag 8PM Habits, hashtag 4P1W, and then your answer.
The first viewer to correctly guess the mystery word will win 200 pesos worth of cell phone load from AMRSP and the 8 p.m. Habits. Our staff will contact you on how you will claim your prize.
The winner will be announced through a separate post in the AMRSP Facebook page, as well as on our next episode. So make sure to like and follow our AMRSP Facebook page for updates.
Welcome back to POV, Points, Opinions, and Views. We have with us now our third guest, Sister Debbie PONSARAN, FMA, the Provincial Coordinator of the Youth Ministry of the Daughters of Mary, Help of Christians, or known as the Salesian Sisters of Don Bosco.
Good evening and welcome po to the 8 p.m. Habits, Sister Debbie. Sister, ngayon sa pandemic, kitang-kita natin na lumalabas na ang mga social issues and inequality. Moving forward na po, saan po kaya ninyo nakikita kung saan ba mapupunta ang ministry ng JPIC ngayon, Sister? What do you think?
Okay. Good evening po. Sasagutin ko po yan according to my congregation's charism and ministry. Ang aming apostolate ay sa integral education of young people sa iba-ibang settings katulad ng eskwelahan, basic education, and also Tibet, youth centers, outreach dormitories, at iba pa. We are shifting to online learning. Ongoing lahat ang preparation sa mga sisters and lay teachers. Katulad ng dati na integrated ang JPIC sa Christian Living Education classes, as well as in social studies, itutuloy pa rin namin ito sa online learning. Aside from this, ginagamit din namin ang iba-ibang social media platforms, especially our Facebook page, to promote justice mainly by posting the stand of the Catholic Church and of course the AMRSP. Sa palagay ko, more than ever, kailangan kaming mag-intensify ng JPIC para mas madami pa ang magkaroon ng kamalayan sa mga importanteng issues sa ating bayan. At higit sa lahat, dinadala namin ito sa panalangin. Bukod sa Oratio Imperata para sa COVID-19, pinagdadasal din namin ang mga pinuno na ating bayan. We believe in the power of prayer coupled with sacrifices. Ang Panginoon pa rin ang mananaig at siya ang ating pag-asa.
Sigurado maraming mga religious ang nanonood ngayon kahit second episode na ito, no? Na humaharap din sa mga kaparehong concerns kasi we are redirecting our ministries, yung buhay natin, yung mga kongregasyon na nangangapa pa rin. Ano po kaya ang may papayo nyo sa kanila at ano yung dapat gawin ng mga relihiyoso o mga consecrated people na katulad natin sa panahong ito ng pandemya, sister?
Una sa lahat, gusto ko i-share from the start of the lockdown, yung pinaka-urgent concern namin noon, yung food aid para sa mahihirap. Naganap kami ng mga donors, including foreign fundings para sa relief operations, mainly family food packs consisting of several kilos of rice and other food items. Tumulong din kami sa mga health frontliners by donating N95 face masks, PPEs, and packed meals. Kasabay nito ang pagtulong din namin sa mga employees namin sa schools namin at sa convents. Nagbigay kami ng mga food packs and financial aids, lalo na sa mga mas nangangailangan sa kanila. Sa ngayon, ang main concern namin ay ang school continuity plan, kung paano namin itutuloy ang operations ng aming mga schools via online learning. Bumuo kami ng mga school continuity planning team, ang bawat eskwelahan para mag-spearhead ng pagbabalangkas at pag-unlad ng school continuity plan para sa new normal. Nagkaroon din ng assessment ng school readiness to ensure effective teaching learning in the light of the new normal, and also to ensure that our schools will keep their identities as Catholic and Salesian. Gumawa rin kami ng profiling of students na malaking tulong sa pagpaplano ng online learning. For example, sa financial status ng mga families of our students. At ganoon din sa kung ano ang kanilang internet connection, possibilities, including their use of gadgets. Nag-evaluate din kami na aming mga faculty members tungkol sa kanilang capacities for online learning as well as the needed resources. At mula dito ay nabuo ang online training ng mga teachers para sa online learning this coming school year. Para naman sa mga young people namin sa outreach ministry, nag-isip din kami ng alternative modes to face-to-face encounters na ipagpapatuloy namin ang simpleng katisismo sa kanila through FB Messenger or SMS. We still continue our distribution of food packs depending on the needs and resources of our 17 communities, more or less. Nakapag-distribute na ang bawat community namin ng 2 to 5 times since the lockdown.
Wow, Salesian na Salesian talaga.
At imagine, ang dami talagang pwedeng gawin.
Yes.
Hindi lang sa social media, kundi even yung pagsasabuhay ng ating GPIC response. Katulad ng shinare ni Sister Debbie, very encouraging sa mga kapatid natin sa iba't ibang kongregasyon na you find your spot or way kung paano tayo makakatulong. Nung unang buwan ng ECQ, nakita ko yung mga madre umaakit ng hagdanan.
CB yan.
Oo, CB tayo. Merong mga, gumagawa ng mga face mask. Kayo ba, sister? Ano bang ginawa ng mga OSB?
Katulad nung nabanggit ni Sister Debbie, nagkaroon din kami ng relief distribution, saka food packs, may soup kitchen kami doon sa aming cave. So lumalabas kami mga madre sa kalsada. Pero syempre, protected kami para protektahan din yung aming mga kasamahang senior citizen. But sister, gusto kong ulitin yung mention mo kanina, yung GPAC, yung mga values, pumapasok sa CLE ninyo at sa social studies. Ang ganda nun kasi di ba yung CLE about sa ating Christian living, yung values, yung ating faith, and side by side siya ng social studies, nandoon din yung kalagayan ng ating bansa, ng buong mundo. So, parang balance siya, yung pagbabasa natin ng ano ba yung mga nangyayari sa paligid natin, lalo na sa ating bansa, at paano natin ito titingnan sa liwanag ng ating pananampalataya.
At dahil dyan, hindi na tayo bibiruin pag sinabing GPIC, Sa kalsada lang yan. JPIC, doon lang yan. Magrarally na naman kayo, gano'n. So siguro, yung values na sinasabi ni Sister.
Now, we do not lose sight of our mission, of our real identity as consecrated persons. So, thank you very much, Sister Debbie PONSARAN, FMA, sa ating mga kapatid, at sa buong komunidad ng Salesian Sisters. Thank you, Sister, at magandang gabi muli.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
After the break, we will hear the POV of the religious who's mainly active in the education ministry.
And we will be joined by Brother ARMIN LUISTRO, the District Superior of the Lasallian East Asian District.
That and more when we return here on our new religious routine every Friday evening.
This is the 8 p.m. Habits.
You're still with us here on the 8 p.m. Habits. Now on to our last guest for the POV segment. Joining us via Zoom is Brother ARMIN LUISTRO, former Secretary of Education and now the District Superior of the Lasallian East Asian District. Magandang gabi, Brother ARMIN.
Magandang gabi, Brother ARMIN, and welcome to the 8 p.m. Habits.
Po sa aking mga kapatid sa AMRSP, sa ating 8 Habits.
Yes po.
Sino ba naman tayo para paunlakan ng napaka-busy at man of the hour? No? Isa sa mga inspirasyon ko yan, si Brother Arnie.
Okay lang po ako.
Brother, naging malawak po ang iyong karanasan bilang Secretary of Education at Pangulo ng De La Salle, Philippines. Ano po sa tingin niyo ang pinakamalaking hamon para sa mga paaralan, both private and public, sa pagbabawang hatid ng normal o abnormal at paano niyo tinutugunan sa De La Salle, Philippines?
Nung nasa DepEd pa po ako, tinanong ako nung patapos na ang aking termino, ano ang sunod na reform sa education after K-12 sa Pilipinas? At ang sagot ko po, isa lang. Sabi ko, the next revolution in education in the Philippines is moving to the digital world. And I think that's exactly what we are experiencing today. Kaya lang, ito pong COVID ay nagpabilis noong pag-adjust natin sa digital world. At naging parang napakabilis, parang hinog sa pilit. Hindi tayo nakapaghanda ng maganda para sa adjustment na yan. At siguro tatlo po yung mga adjustment na kailangan. Una sa technology. Mula sa face-to-face classroom, doon sa digital classroom. At marami po sa ating mga eskwelahan, lalo na yung mga maliliit na Catholic schools, wala po silang equipment para dyan. At kung may equipment man, hindi sanay yung ating teachers. Pangalawa pong adjustment, yung pong sa learning. Kahit po yung mga private schools, meron silang magaganda at updated na computers, minsan hindi naman sanay yung teacher na gamitin yung computer for actual learning. Ganun din po yung estudyante. Minsan ginagamit for games, pero hindi naman para matuto. At pangatlo, siguro ito yung mahalaga para sa atin, yung relationships. Hindi naman tayo pwedeng mag-relate kahit pinakamagandang computer yan kung ito yung isang makina lamang. Kailangan nating matutunan na kahit po merong social distancing at iba-ibang platform at iba-ibang software, ang kausap natin ay tao. Meron tayong magandang relationship sa kanila at hindi po mapapalitan ang human relationship ng makina o ng computer. So, tatlo pong mga, kumbaga, malakihang pagbabago, kailangan pagtulong-tulungan natin para makapag-adjust tayo sa mga iba't ibang larangan na kung saan kailangan tayong pumunta sa bagong digital world na kung saan lahat ng mga eskwelahan, pati po nga communities, pati yung ating mga misa natin po nakikita ngayon, at least during COVID.
Susugang mo lang yung sinabi niyo, Brad, no? Kasi sabi niyo, parang hinog sa pilit itong nangyayari, ano? Tingin niyo handa ba ang gobyernong tugunan itong nangyayari sa atin, lalo na galing kayo sa kagawaran ng edukasyon? Dahil ako po bilang isang pari, minsan napapakunot na lang aking noo dahil naaawa ako sa mga kabataan na papasok ngayon sa paaralan. Handa po kaya ang gobyerno sa tingin niyo?
Alam po nyo, minsan naiisip ko, naku, mabuti na lang, wala na ako sa DepEd nang nangyari ito. Masama po naman yata yung mag-wish ng evil sa iba. Pero ito lang po masasabi ko, kahit ang mga gobyerno po sa Amerika, sa Europe, dahil po sa hamon ng COVID, yung akala natin na handa sila, nakikita natin, pagka dito sa panibagong reality ng pandemic, hindi pa rin pala lahat naaayos. So, my sympathy goes to our government officials. But at the same time, kagaya ni Father Angel, pag tinitingnan ko yung response ng gobyerno, hindi lamang sa education, pati rin sa health, especially sa health, security, sa pagkain ng ating mga mamamayan, talagang parang naiiyak ako dahil kulang na kulang ang organization, yung resources, ang balita, ibang-iba doon sa reality. Sa balita, merong ipinamigay, pagbaba mo sa barangay, wala namang SAP na natanggap. Pagkain, wag daw mag-alala dahil wala magugutom. Pagpunta mo sa ating mga kalye, ang dami namang gutom. So, ang sakit po, nagtrabaho po ako sa gobyerno, ayaw kong maging isang kritiko, pero kapag kinausap mo yung mga nasa baba, damang-dama nila na parang walang gobyerno na umaayuda sa kanila. At ito po, kailangan tayo mga taong simbahan, kung tayo man ay pro-government or anti-government, we have to transcend that Kasi kailangan natin tutukan yung pangangailangan ng mga mahihirap.
Yes, I agree with you, brother. Kasi that's also our experience. I mean, we encounter them outside our gate. But those people also that we reach out to, talagang yun po ang mga hinaing nila. I mean, ang daming hugot. I mean, I think all of us also experience the same when we hear the same story. So, yun po, brother. Thank you so much for that.
Sister, alala ko ng partner ang Lasal at ang OSB, kasi parang yung mga lalaki nasa Lasal, yung mga babae, yung mga homeless, nasa inyo.
So, yun, Brother Armin, nung nag-cook tayo ng mga street dwellers. So, magkapitbahay lang naman tayo. So, yung ibang pamilya, lalo na yung mga nanay at mga anak, ay nandoon sa amin, sa kabila. Tapos yung iba, karamihan, ay nandoon sa Lasal community, sa school. So, meron pa ba? Nandoon pa ba sila, Brother Armin?
Katatapos lang po, sister, nung ating home shelters for the homeless. So, lahat po sila na dala na po natin yung natitira. Kasi yung iba bumalik na sa probinsya, may pailan-ilan na ating pong ihahatid sa kanilang mga probinsya. At ang ating mga maiiwan sa Maynila, meron pong bagong shelter si Father Flavi na nakita sa San Jose del Monte at saka sa Caloocan. So, we're training them para naman hindi na sila babalik sa kalye. At least yung significant number, parang mga 80 are now under training para makapagpanibagong buhay po naman, sister.
Brother, marami sa mga religious congregations sa Pilipinas ang may charism na specific sa education. paano kaya nila dapat isabuhay ang kanilang respective charism, lalo-lalo na ngayon, no? Kasi we're hearing mga small congregations, hindi nila alam kung paano sila tutugon, lalo na yung mga maliliit na eskwelahan. So, kayo po, dahil lahat tayo na pagdating sa education, we are really looking sa mga nasa lista na kapatid natin. Sa tingin nyo, paano po kaya nila parang isasabuhay yung kanilang charism, specifically in their education ministry, ngayong panahon ng pandemic?
Yung may nakita po ako siguro mga 3 na pwede nating tutukan. Lahat, malaki man tayo o maliit na kongregasyon na nakatuon sa edukasyon. Unang-una, I will say, let us always remember that our advocacy is education for life. Kung sarado man po ang ating mga eskwelahan, kung hindi man tayo connected sa Wi-Fi, meron pong leksyon ang buhay na maihahatid sa atin at sa bawat estudyante natin. Huwag po natin kalimutan, lessons of life are more important than lessons in the classroom. So, yung ating mga magulang, yung ating mga teachers, sa kanilang mga barangay, pwede nating himukin. Huwag ninyong kalimutan, meron kayong pwedeng ibahagi sa ating mga kababayan, lalo-lalo na sa mga kabataan, tungkol sa buhay. At sa panahon ng COVID, itong lessons of life are most of the time about life and death. So, wag po nating kalimutan, kung wala mang eskwelahan, meron pa ring pag-aaral na pwedeng mangyari. Yung pangalawa po, wag po rin nating kalimutan na ang mga lessons are also education in values. Isa pong talagang dapat tutukan natin sa panahon ng krisis, na kapag ang iniisip ay sikmura lamang o kaya ay ang ating safety, meron din pong spasyo ang mga pinahahalagahan natin sa buhay. Hindi lang lahat ng mga bagay ay pera o mabibili ng kapangyarihan. Dapat po sa panahon ng COVID, tayo, mga taong simbahan, kailangan nating i-prioritize yung education in values. Whether we are online or offline. Yung ating mga eskwelahan, sarado. Pero pwede po natin gamitin sila. Open our doors to welcome the homeless or medical frontliners. Pag nakita po yan ng taong bayan, ibig sabihin, yung eskwelahan, our actions become a pulpit. Nagiging pulpito ng mga values na ating isinasabuhay. Yung Lasal, yung sa harap po, nung magkaroon tayo ng issue ng anti-terrorism bill, pinalagyan po natin, at nakita ko po yan sa maraming parokya at eskwelahan, naglagay ng poster tungkol sa ating posisyon. The facade of our school buildings, even if they are empty, can be a proclamation of the gospel values that we all hold dear. And then lastly, ito po ang huwag na huwag nating kakalimutan. In season and out of season, education for all. Sabi nila, we are on the same storm, but in different boats. Yung may malalaking mga cruise ship, meron silang mga resources, pero karamihan sa ating mga kababayan, nakaka-experience ng COVID, ay nakasakay sa tiny little boats. Bilang mga taong simbahan, huwag po nating isipin kung kailan lamang magbubukas ang ating mga eskwelahan, kung magkano ang ating naiiwan sa ating community budget. Mahalaga po yan dahil tayo mga tao rin, kahit tayo mga religious. Ang ating unang-unang iisipin, paano kaya yung mga nasa tiny little boats? Paano kaya yung wala ng trabaho? May nakakain pa kaya sila? Paano kaya yung, kung inisip ko lang, paano mag-produce ng television mass o kaya magdasal sa aking kumbento? Ang sabi po ng simbahan, habang ginagawa natin ang mga trabahong simbahan, huwag nating kalimutan ang pangangailangan ng pinakamaliliit At ang pangangailangan po nila ngayon ay simple. Pagkain, kalusugan, pagkalinga. At sana, whatever happens, the best education is to make sure that we offer this education for all.
Ayan, napakaganda nung sinabi ni Brother.
Napakayaman, Brother Armin, ng iyong ibinahagi. Habang nagsasalita ka, naalala ko lang, Brother Father Angel and Sister Happy, ngayon parang nadaanan ko sa libro na education in classroom will lead us to knowledge, but education in life will lead us to wisdom. At Brother Armin, doon din sa nabanggit mo, naalala ko lang, no, tama yung sabi mo, katulad sa amin, ang community namin ngayon ay parang panibagong taon, June to June next year, June 2020 to June 2021. So ngayon, naisip namin sa komunidad na bago kami mag-formulate ng aming mga community objectives, gumawa ng aming mga community budget, mag-aaral muna kami, magpupulong-pulong kami. Pulong-pulong, ibig kong sabihin na ay nag-aaral kami ano bang kalagayan ng lipunan natin, ng mundo, at lalong-lalo na ng ating bansa. Para pag gumawa kami ng community objective, makaugat siya sa kalagayan ng mga tao. So, Brother Armin, salamat po sa iyong nabanggit. Parang totoo nga, no? Itong kalagayan na ito, ito yung dadalhin natin sa ating mga dasal at sa ating mga apostolates sa iba-ibang sektor ng lipunan.
Ayan.
Thank you. So maraming salamat ulit, Brother Armin, sa pagpaunlak mo sa 8 p.m. Habits. Mga kaibigan, si Brother Armin po, ang former Secretary of Education and the District Superior of the Lasallian East Asian District. Maraming salamat, Brother.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, brother. Alam na yung busy ka. Salamat po. So, Ate Miss Beng, sabi kasi ako, Ate Beng, any last words kahit na first guesting mo to sa show namin, message sa mga viewers natin na pabaon mo ngayong maraming hopes and dreams ang Christianity.
Yeah. My dear brothers and sisters in faith, I'd like to share with you, I remember in the letter of Pope Benedict in Deus Caritas Est, he said that being Christian is not a result of an ethical choice or a lofty idea, but the encounter with an event, with persons, which gives us, new life, a new horizon, and a decisive direction. So I think this new normal that we are facing at the moment after this pandemic is a challenge for us to still deepen, and in our encounter with Jesus, through continuing our encounter with the people around us, and create memories and make use of whatever we have inside our house, and to strengthen the domestic churches.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Beng.
Thank you, Ben.
Ayan.
Sister Debbie?
Ang masasabi ko po, katulad ng as coordinator of youth ministry, yung parati kong nire-remind sa mga sisters, ang priority talaga ay to deliver the contents, the evangelization. Our priority is evangelization. Learning the technology is secondary. Kasi baka mataken up, lalo na yung mga medyo not too young anymore among us sisters and teachers, baka masyado silang ma-preoccupied about learning the technology and then forgetting the content, the evangelization part. So it's still the content that we should be after, the evangelization and our witnessing of our lives.
Thank you, Sister Debbie. Brother Armin?
Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Napakalaki pong dilubyo ang ating hinaharap. A very, very big storm, and none of us are prepared for it. But as we try to respond and try to protect ourselves, our families, and our communities, at the back of our minds and in our hearts, we must never ever forget that our lives are not for ourselves. Ang ating dapat palagi isipin, yung ating kapwa, lalo't higit yung ating kapwa na nasa pinakamaliliit na bangka na hindi makatapos itong pandemya na ito kung hindi sa ating tulong. Whatever we're doing, whether we're in schools, hospitals, or in the chapel, we must never forget those in tiny little boats. Because that's why we entered religious life That's why we are brothers, sisters, or priests. That's why we believe in God. Let us never forget our brothers and sisters in those tiny little boats.
Thank you
Thank you so
much,
much.
Brother Armin.
Here's our final picture of the 4 pigs, 1 world. Share this video and put your answer in your caption along with the following hashtags. Hashtag AMRSP, hashtag 8PM habits, hashtag 4P1W, and then your answer.
The first viewer to correctly guess the mystery word will win 200 pesos worth of cell phone load from AMRSP and the APM habits. Our staff will contact you on how you will claim your prize.
The winner will be announced through a separate post to the AMRSP Facebook page as well as on our next episode. So make sure to like and follow our AMRSP Facebook page for updates.
Ayan, nabilis ng oras. Parang kailan lang, nagsimula tayo ng first episode, tapos kanina nagsimula tayo ng ikalawa. Looking forward sa marami pang episodes.
Yes, actually also we are in this points, opinions, views. This really, we listen to different opinions, different persons, lay, experts, superiors, also sharing their experiences with us. And I think this is what AMRSP for. We learn from one another, from our experiences. And I like so much what they were telling, they were sharing with us, like Ben, Miss Ben, Brother Armin, and Sister Debbie. So they are really very helpful.
And of course, we thank our guest co-host for tonight,
Yes.
Sister Mary-Emmanuel Espera of the Missionary Benedictine Sisters of TUTZING.
Ako, maraming salamat, Sister Happy and Father Angel. My pleasure to be part of the second episode of the 8PM Habits. Actually, yung sinasabi ni Brother Armino na nasa iisang store tayo, nasa iisang karagatan tayo, iba-iba lang yung ating bangkang sinasakyan. But just the same, iisa pa rin. So, kaya sama-sama, ang alam ko itong 8PM Habits na show ay bawat linggo ay iba-iba kanilang iniimbitahan ng mga guests dito. So, tumutok po kayo para sa susunod. Marami po at mayaman ang mga talakayan dito bawat linggo, bawat Biyernes ng gabi.
Yes, that's why it is the 8PM Habits.
I am Sister Mary-Emmanuel Espera of the Missionary Benedictine Sisters of TUTZING. Thank you.
Join us again next week for more stories from the consecrated life, the church, and from our society. I am Sister Happy Montesilia of the Daughters of St. Anne.
And I am Father Angel Cortez from the Order of Friars Minor. We have been your companions in your new religious routine every Friday evening.
We are
The 8PM Habits.